Welcome back to another episode of Buddies, Booze, Banters, Unfiltered Conversations. I am Rick, your co-host.
And I'm Michael.
And off to our side here, we have Alex, our producer.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Michael.
How you doing?
I'm amazing. How are you?
You, same here.
Thank you.
How's your Vegas plans coming?
Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited.
Well, let's hear them.
Well, here's the problem. I haven't put any sleeping time in there.
First of all, how many days are you going for?
I'm going for 7 full days.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
and just so the audience knows, he's going to be there during the Super Bowl, so...
Right, so I'm not going to the actual game, but I'm going to be at every party after that. So Saturday and Sunday are completely booked.
Well, wait, is the Super Bowl in Vegas this year?
Yeah, the Super Bowl's in Las Vegas.
I just didn't realize that or paid too much attention to it.
The last podcast you and I did, how I told you Taylor Swift was flying from Japan to Vegas, where the Super Bowl was.
I don't recall that, but anything's possible.
No, actually, that's what I did say.
Okay.
But back to you, Alex. Exactly. Tell us some of your plans. Apparently, you have a whole agenda going on here.
Yeah, I've got a whole agenda. So...
Are you going to be doing the NFL experience?
I'm excited now. Okay, so Saturday, it's called Lavo Brunch Party. And imagine all the nightclubs, but at 10:30 in the morning. It's gonna be stupid.
But I mean, that's just Vegas itself. I mean, you're drinking on the floor at 6 a.m.
Yeah, no, this is classic Vegas.
You're drinking 24/7 there.
24/7.
Yeah, I'm just saying. The whole point is like you're always drinking there. I mean,
24/7.
10 a.m. doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. So I'm going to that, and then after that, I'm going to see Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, that'll be a great concert.
Super excited. It's called
Cool.
Get Intimate with Kelly Clarkson.
Now,
I believe that's going to be at Planet
That's a
Hollywood.
small series residence, isn't it?
That's a small series residence, right? Selective dates. So that should be a lot of fun. Sunday, waking up and going to Guy Fieri's Ultimate Tailgate Party. That's at 10:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Then going to the Super Bowl party. Then, most excited about this, then there's a dome pool party at the Marquee at the Cosmopolitan that I have tickets for.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be basically 48 hours. No one's going to sleep. We're putting hot sauce in our eyelids. It's going to be like military style.
Is that a thing?
It's going to be a thing. Yeah, it's going to be like
I'm talking about the hot sauce.
Yeah, that's what it's going to take. Yeah, we're at that level now. Okay, we were at a 8.
That's like, preparation H on your eyes or something like that.
Yeah, the dial only goes to a 10. We're going to a 15.
Gotcha.
I thought that was under the eyebrows.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, like using something weird, you put it underneath your eyebrows or underneath your eyelids so you have no saggy eyes or dark circles or whatever. I've never heard about hot sauce in your eyes, but...
You'll probably get a text from me. I'll send you my insurance card information.
So, I mean, okay, so those are the parties, but while you're there, you're going to do all the NFL experience type stuff, Super Bowl things?
Yeah, so there's a Super Bowl setup. So because of that, for F1 in front of the Bellagio, they tore all that down, right? So that's the
So they haven't put it all back yet.
Well, yeah, so that's the new place now. So instead of F1 stuff, they're putting a Super Bowl experience right there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I heard F1 was actually kind of a bomb. It didn't really do as well as they expected.
Las Vegas made money, but none of the local restaurants made money. So it depends on who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because obviously, but still they closed down all the streets. You didn't have access to certain things. You couldn't cross the streets like they usually do. I mean, just looking from the visuals and the videos and the pictures I saw, I wouldn't want to have been there.
Where's the stadium compared to the Strip?
Well, it's a new stadium, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a relatively new stadium. It's across the highway from the Pyramid or the Luxor.
Okay.
Yeah, so they actually have a bridge now that you can walk across the street. So you can park at like Mandalay Bay, that area, and then walk across the street to the stadium and then do all that there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Which hotel you staying at?
A few.
Oh, okay. You're bouncing.
I got to
so
put
you're
all my
bouncing
coupons
around
together. Yeah. So I'm staying at a Home 2 for the first couple of nights. And
Home
then
That's not bad. No,
Yeah.
they're comfortable. They're comfortable.
I'm going for a week.
Okay. I've never heard of Home 2.
around the biggest game in the world.
Well, I know, but I've never heard of Home 2. That's what I meant.
Oh no, it's like another Marriott thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's owned by Hilton. It's called Home 2 Suites. They've got a kitchenette, the whole 9 yards.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
right.
it's very nice. Yeah, so I'm staying there, and then I've got a rooms at the Orleans where the actual Super Bowl party will take place, and then staying at a Cosmo. The Cosmo, it's on my bucket list. You have no idea. So I'm doing the wraparound terrace, open terrace that overlooks the Bellagio fountains.
What floor is that?
I don't know.
Okay. So it could be the second floor.
Slip. I'll slip the $20 and see if that gets me
I'm pretty
anywhere.
sure the $20 won't do it. to get the ideal floor, and that's for sure.
Yeah, so I'm
Gives you
gonna
one idea
try
of
to
view.
20 to also will text you if that works. If not, I'll be like, I'm with Michael. Don't you know who I am?
Well, I mean, definitely we look forward to seeing.
So are you going to wear any sports gear rooting for one team or the other?
I know I root for all the teams. Imagine the Joker.
No,
You know,
don't you
like-
remember
like
last podcast he has his badass leather
No,
jacket?
I remember that, but it's just like because there's going to be people there that are going to be a big Kansas City fans or
I'll be from
49ers.
Kansas City. I'll be from 49ers. I'll be from whatever team's representing that night, man. I want to be on the winning team. Who wants to be on the losing team?
No.
Besides Rick?
He'll jump around everywhere. I
I'll
mean,
jump around.
He'll be
I'll
the
go
opportunist.
from mattress to mattress to figure out where to be.
Literally.
I bet.
Okay, he's cut off, guys. He's cut off. Now, I mean,
Somebody
just
pulled the string.
just so you know, this is actually, we do drink here, so, and I don't think he is quite drunk yet, but I mean, that does happen. It's just, one of those moments. But let's talk a little bit more of why he cleans up about why you're going, besides the fact that it's Super Bowl week, but it's also your 40th birthday.
Yeah, so it's the big 40. I'm a little bit nervous about it. I'm not terribly excited. I've kind of had this demeanor, just kind of moping around, but I mean,
Because of the 40?
yeah, I believe in the midlife crisis, man. I'm not really excited about it. 30s were amazing. So if the 40s are even remotely amazing, it'll be a good time. But if they're not, it's it's going to be sad, man.
Well, you know how you're the master of your destiny.
Yeah.
So bottom line is, if it's going to be wild and crazy and wonderful, then you can make it that
But
way.
here's the best part. I'm in that next age bracket.
No, actually, that's actually cut off at 45.
Oh.
So you're already in that bracket.
Oh, okay. I'm already in the
Because it's like 35 to 45 is that bracket, and then it goes 46 up to 55.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's kind of weird. Once you get into the 2 up above, or like Michael 3 or 4 above, yeah, that's when you get worried.
What did you do for your 40th?
Gosh, I'm not a big milestone birthday type person. I mean, obviously for my 50th, I did something. We ended up going to Maui. So that was great. But that was probably the first time, because mostly, my 30s was spent working my ass off. I was working 100 hours a week. So I really didn't have any type of life, to be honest with you. And obviously 40, I was obviously somewhat more of a relaxed individual. So I just enjoyed myself, to be honest with you. 50, we did go to Maui. What I do for my 60th, we'll see.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm excited. I go to Vegas once every other month, it seems like. But this time we're not going to just be sitting around in chairs. I'm doing all the things. So,
well, it sounds like it's going to be an exciting time. So, I mean, and bottom line, I can tell you right now, life does get better after 40.
yeah, I hope
Now,
so.
I know it's a little bit different for you because you actually have kids.
Well, let's not forget the question on the table. Are you going to be my emergency contact that weekend? That's
Well, I mean, I can definitely call 911 from here.
just
I mean, there's no problem about that. I mean, I can't get there quick, because I'm pretty sure that even the red eye is going to be expensive.
I'm putting Rick as my emergency contact. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just. Can we call 911 from Dallas and say, hey, somebody in Las Vegas needs help?
You'll be transferred about 5 different times. Have you ever tried to call 911? Like
No,
they
actually,
do
I haven't.
transfer you.
Yeah, well, I've heard they put you on hold too. Now.
Yeah, they also put you on hold.
Yeah, I hear the city of Dallas definitely put you on hold for 911.
Well, I'm back now.
Oh, okay. And he's got a new cocktail. Thank you
And
so
it
much.
wasn't my fault.
We are not blaming you, Michael, because we know you are not drunk yet.
No, because our producer stepped on my mic cord that just ripped my
Wow.
drink and turned it over. He's looking at it.
Well,
yeah.
not too
See
much
this
damage.
cord right here?
Not too much damage. So I think we're okay. We'll just kind of continue on.
See
but-
this? You stepped on it and went poof. My drink was right here and it went boo.
Do I have to cut that bit out?
Why?
Because you just go on and on and on and on sometimes.
Wait, so that was really my fault?
Yes.
It was. Okay. Okay.
I thought you just, I don't know, sneezed or something.
No.
Like,
It was just like, I was wondering what
Hey,
happened
guys,
all of a sudden.
you've heard the saying, beat a dead horse? We're there.
See?
We're
It
there.
went boo.
Okay? We're there. That horse is dead 10 times over now, okay? All right. Well, I mean, we're looking forward to hearing everything and anything about the Vegas trip. I mean, and what I will say is be safe. Don't do anything, Well, I can't say don't do anything crazy because I'm sure you
No,
will.
the old saying is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So just have a great time.
There's no way he won't tell us. He'll tell us when he gets back. So it's not staying in Vegas. I'm pretty sure that.
I'll tell him. I'll probably ask questions. I'll be like, "Is this natural? Is this supposed to?
Oh
hurt?"
yeah, I remember those conversations a couple weeks ago. Well, let's kind of get into some of our topics today. Specifically, we were doing our podcast. Mike, I want to let you start off for the first time. Can you?
You're going to let me start for the first time?
You know,
I mean, he talks forever and ever and ever, and it's hard to get a word in edgewise.
it's usually because I have something to say.
But nobody cares about those things, do they?
Don't you?
Yes, I do. I care
Let's
a
say
lot.
fall in that trap.
I care a lot about them. Right. No, one thing that I'm looking forward to, we know that the actors strike and the writers strike and all that stuff is.
Yeah.
So all the new series started out late or whatever.
Have they already started production?
Well, they've started productions, but some of them have not been on TV yet. And you know I'm a big NCIS fan.
Is that returning?
Yes.
Isn't this like season 50?
No, it's season 21, I think.
Jesus. I mean, don't they realize they're old and they need to finish it up?
Well, it's,
I mean, there's
the
only so
ratings
much
are
that he
the
can.
ratings.
Mark Harmon can't run that fast.
Well, no, Mark Harmon's been off for about the last year and a half.
Oh, okay. Well, gotcha. I didn't know that. See,
And so they got kind of some new cast, new characters, but it's like I'm just waiting for that series to start back, and I think it starts back in the next couple of weeks.
You're just like my dad. He does the exact same thing for NCIS. He just looks for those all the time.
Well, they're good.
It's got to be an age thing.
Well, okay. I'm not as old as your dad, but I still like the show. And your friend Jennifer likes it.
That she does. I mean, she's addicted to it. That's as well.
It's like when she comes and stays, that's all she wants to watch is NCIS.
I'm kind of curious now that they're actually back into production and they'll start getting onto the screens here on television soon. Is that going to shift the seasons? Because I already
It'll
know.
just be a short season.
Well, I know they've already started these short seasons as well on certain series. I mean, sometimes it's like 12 episodes. When back in the day, when we were kids, it was like 26 to 30 episodes.
Well, when we were kids, it was over 30. And then typically now, a typical season's 22 to 24.
Yeah, well.
But so this season will be probably 12 or something like that.
I really haven't watched network TV in I don't know how many years, so I really don't even know what series are on out there. I mean, it's all streaming for me at this stage.
Well,
I mean, clearly they have given money for the run. To be honest with you, I mean, they actually have some great series that are on the streaming. Now, those typically are 8 to 12 episodes.
Yeah,
they don't run a full gamut, and sometimes they're like 6, depending on the actual show itself. But
like I said, that's it's been a show of mine since the very beginning. I'm a huge, big Mark Harmon fan.
What night of the week is it played on?
Monday, I think.
Okay, so
it used to be Tuesday,
but don't interrupt you on Monday nights.
Well, it's like it can tape on my VC or tape, and I can watch it later or whatever. So it's like I don't have to watch it live. That's the key. It's just I'm just ready for new episodes.
That's the other issue that I actually have specifically when it comes to series is having to wait a week here and a week there. I just want to binge it all. I mean, I don't have patience. I don't want to sit here and wait another 2 or 3 weeks for another episode. Oh, we're taking a break for Christmas, and it's going to be 4 weeks. I mean, come on, really?
Well,
it's already in the can. It's already in the can. Just post it. Everything's streaming now. Just post it. I mean, and some of the streaming services are doing the exact same thing. Amazon Prime in particular. They literally, I mean, like when Reacher, I mean, I love the series Reacher. They literally, it's one every Thursday. And it wasn't like Thursday at 12:01 a.m., it was like 6 p.m. Thursday. I'm like, you're just like network TV now.
Well, and it's just like, because I also like RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, I've never seen it.
And so you got the new season going on. So I've seen the first 2 episodes, but then I haven't seen the last 2 because I've just been busy on the Fridays when they come on, and so I just haven't had a chance to watch them.
So you haven't seen the last 2 seasons?
No, the last 2 episodes.
Okay, what season? What season is that?
Is it 19?
Yeah, I thought it was up there in double digits for sure.
Yeah. So it's like, so then that's when you kind of watch multiple episodes in a row or whatever when you just don't get that chance.
When you have time.
When you got time.
Gotcha. 3 a.m. when you can't sleep and you have insomnia. Not RuPaul for me.
Well, no, because if you do that, then it's like you have to stay up kind of watching that stuff. And I want to try to go back to sleep.
Yeah. No, I definitely do binge, and when it comes to 2 a.m., 3 a.m., so I should be sleeping.
Now,
I'm
the
not.
one thing at not, because like I said, when I go to bed, it's like I got to have the TV, I got to have sound or whatever. Otherwise, my brain just keeps thinking or whatever. But Murder, She Wrote, you put that
Oh, my
on.
God, here we go again.
It's like you put the timer, and it's just like, it can just.
Is it Angela Lansbury's voice that soothes you to sleep?
I don't know. It's just, there's not a lot of action in there, and it's just the noise, and
It's got to be the old lady talking.
it's fine.
I
Because
mean, seriously.
Golden Girls did it too, but Golden Girls aren't on
Oh,
at
my
that time
God.
right now.
I'm sure they're somewhere.
Well, they are, but they're
I mean,
not.
keep in mind we have like 500 channels out there. It's got to be
Well,
on
I
there
know,
somewhere.
but it's like when you're talking about going to bed or whatever, the Golden Girls used to be on at night, that late night, so that you could just put it on there. And I see a few nods, so it's like I see this, and you just put it on there, and you just fall asleep.
I'm sorry, who was nodding? I saw one nod.
One's more than better than
Let's
none.
be honest. I mean, you can't count yourself, okay?
Okay, I wasn't
I
counting
mean,
myself.
I'm not sitting here saying that
But I'm just saying,
Golden
but
Girls
you
isn't
can-
fun.
but
It was fun to
it's
watch.
Just like, but it's like, but it has to be a comedy. It cannot be like an action show, because an action show, they have a lot more, I guess, car crashes or whatever that can kind of keep you up. But comedies or like Murder, She Wrote, it's just like this lull that it's just kind of like bores your mind, and then you just kind of fall asleep, and then the timer on your TV goes off.
Well, I don't need anything obviously in the background to fall asleep, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, but I'm an insomniac anyways. But kind of back to Golden Girls. I actually prefer designing women over Golden Girls.
Oh, I love designing girls.
I mean, those sassy
designing women.
bitches were awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, just incredible to sit there and listen to them. I mean, Sugar Baker, when she come back at that, oh my God, it was incredible. I mean, and Dixie Carter was a phenomenal actress.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the original four on the Designing Women were unbelievable.
Yeah.
Suzanne Sugarbaker, when she left, it's like the show was never the same.
And she was the bougie daughter or sister, right?
Yeah, she's the one that was kind of like the big
Isn't her last name Burton in life? Or something like that?
Delta Burke.
Delta Burke. Okay, yeah. And then we actually had
Jean Smart.
Gene Smart and Annie Potts.
Annie Potts.
Annie Potts is fantastic nowadays on Young Sheldon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I hear that's actually the last season is in.
Well, because Sheldon's growing up.
Well, no, I get that, but obviously there's still going to be a time period between when it went to the Big Bang Theory. I mean, but apparently they just did the episode or recently end of last season when the father died.
What father?
Sheldon's father.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, apparently it was.
I didn't watch the show. I've just seen clips.
Yeah, pretty much that's what I do on TikTok. But apparently there was a lot of boo-hooing on that particular show in comparison to all the entire years that it's been on. So I thought it was kind of interesting. But
yeah, no, Designing Women was an awesome show.
I loved it. I could binge that still today, just simply because a lot of the stuff they talk about is relevant today. And just some of they didn't actually hold back in regards, especially if it was controversial.
Right. No, they did.
No, I mean, especially, being based in Atlanta, the South, the deep South, conservative South, just having, and you had those two sisters. One was more conservative and one was more liberal. It's just kind of interesting to see that whole dynamics there. But sticking with television, have you seen the series The Boys?
No.
Okay. I don't know if it's on Amazon. I think it's on Amazon Prime. And it's basically like these superheroes that are like a squad of some sort. And, there's some evil in there. Like the most handsome guy, he's all evil now because apparently something happened to him. But there's also a young blonde who's actually like almost, I would compare it like Superwoman is what she's compared to.
Super or Wonder Woman?
No, not Wonder Woman, Superwoman, Supergirl, or whatever it is. Whatever Superman's, alter ego as a female is. I don't know. But the individual who plays it, I think her name, what is her name? Oh, Erin Motari. Well, she just left Instagram. And you know where this is going?
No.
Well, my favorite conservative, serious political junkie journalist attempt of Megyn Kelly?
Yeah.
She's gone after her now. So here we have the blonde conservative going after another blonde female. And this time she had the audacity and she put two different photographs of her up and said, and I want to make sure I get the words correctly. She showed 2 photos of her during a conversation about society's obsession with cosmetic surgeries and procedures. She indicated that she had significant work done on her. It turns out she has had none, and the 2 pictures were 10 years apart. So when she did this, all of a sudden, Aaron started getting this amount of negativity, allegations, and just horrible stuff on her Instagram comments and feeds and things of that sort, to the fact that she had to leave social media because everybody was after her for what Megyn Kelly said. Now, I would only assume, based upon the market, that Megyn Kelly's for is conservative. So again, conservatism, violence, they go hand in hand. But I mean, it's just, what the hell is up with Megyn Kelly and her obsession on just attacking other blonde females?
I'm going to get in trouble for saying this.
Go
but
for
women attack women. Women could be, there are more women in the whole world, and they could have all the power in the world, but they spend more time attacking each other's. You don't see men attacking each other's man. They'll attack the women. They won't attack the other man. Women will attack themselves. And it comes down to divide and conquer.
I don't get it. I mean, I
You
just don't
don't?
get it. I just don't get it. I mean, that's like, the last few attacks that she's done, whether it be on Taylor Swift, now that Aaron, it literally is like, it's low. I mean, that's just rude and low, disrespectful.
But it gets publicity. You're talking about it.
And she's supposed to be a journalist.
Says who?
Her. I mean, she was on Fox News,
Journalism is not like when Walter Cronkite was on TV doing the news or whatever.
Well, it's no longer news.
It's all about the dollar. It's all about getting advertisers. It's like you say the worst thing you can because that's what's going to get the attention and the viewership.
It's like online is clickbait. It's obviously what it is. And most people obviously do the headlines. I mean, I don't know the premise of why she actually did this segment specifically about cosmetic procedures and operations, and why she targeted Aaron in particular. But she's not one of those actresses that are like out there all the time. She's not like Taylor Swift. I mean, she's literally somebody who flies on the radar. So she really had to dig for this. And I mean, it's just like she must have had a hard run for her too.
But the old saying is, bad publicity is still good publicity.
I mean, let's just say Megyn Kelly's a bitch.
Well,
I mean, let's just put it out there right there. So, I mean, the fact that she continued, and literally every time she attacks it, it's actually bullshit. It's not true. And she's just another lying conservative. I don't hate all conservatives, just so y'all know.
no.
I just hate the ones who are like in the cult.
And which cult is that?
I'm going to just leave it there. Just going to leave it there.
One of these days, we'll talk about that cult.
That we will. We will. I mean, over a few more cocktails, that's for sure. We also got one more thing that the Supreme Court's about to listen to. We actually have a tremendous amount of issues that are about to come up, and it's about the affirmative action in colleges. What's your thought process there?
In colleges?
Yeah, actually how they had the affirmative action. There was some sort of law that was in place, and they basically said that
they're going to get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean,
you got a 6-3 conservative majority right now, so it's...
Well, what is your opinion on affirmative action?
I'm more in the middle of everything. I'm not one extreme or the other extreme. You got to figure out something's fair, but right now this country is either you're one end or the other end.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand for me when it comes to gender. Obviously, women are treated differently. They're underpaid. They obviously got much less on the pay for the same jobs that men are doing. I also believe that from a society perspective, obviously having more variety of backgrounds and things of that sort is extremely important. It makes us a better society. And of course, now as we attempt to erase history and say that we were never a racist country. I think that.
And who said that?
Well, I think we know who said that. But it goes hand in hand to basically strip an affirmative action as well. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, and what I have a concern with is literally everybody who's kowtowing to this. And that's all businesses who are now stripping the diversity programs and things of that sort. I mean, I think diversity is good.
Totally.
As a military kid and basically living around the world and having that experience, I'm a better person for it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I may not be the best person you think, but I'm a better person.
I gave him the look when he said that.
Yeah, you did. You did. You know. But anyways, so I want to kind of end on something here that is scaring the hell out of me. Now, we all know traffic here in Dallas is kind of crazy. Now, anybody who maybe not in Dallas listening to this, we do actually have in the country the worst traffic. It is known. It is fact. It has been put out there as we have surpassed DC and 395 there. We have surpassed 410 out in California and LA. We are the worst. Now Dallas is going to be what I'm going to make sure I get this right because it's just scared the hell out of me. The launch pad for 18-wheelers carrying freight from city to city without a driver in the cab.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, people can't drive when they're in the cars. Now we're going to put vehicles without 18-wheelers on the roads in Dallas without a driver.
Oh, insurance is going to go sky high now.
Well, our insurance is the highest in the country as it is, just simply because it's a horrendous amount of accidents and things of that sort. But
and who let that happen?
Well, apparently it's the government. The local governments are allowing that. I mean, and unbeknownst to me,
The state or the cities?
Oh, no, first of all, the interesting thing about it is, and I do find this kind of interesting, it's kind of ironic, is the companies that are doing it are California-based.
So they're doing it in Texas instead of California.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if it's a right back at you type thing or something in that regards, but I mean, because we've had so much migration coming from Texas, from Californians to here. But I mean, that scares the hell out of me. I mean, non-driver 18-wheelers. First of all, the ones that actually have drivers and 18-wheelers, they don't give a damn about us.
That's true.
I mean, it could be snowing, it could be raining, it could be whatever, and they're just going to whiz right by you at 90
we
miles
don't
an
get
hour.
a lot of snow. We would get freezing rain.
Either way, they don't care
That's
about
even worse.
everybody else on the road. As far as they're concerned, they actually have a time frame to get one from A to B and get that cargo where they need to get. And now we're going to have driverless ones. I mean, I don't want to drive anymore.
Well, you don't drive now anyway.
Yeah, I do drive, but I just
Very little.
Well, I like to be driven.
I know.
There's
Like
nothing wrong with
driving
that.
Miss Daisy.
Well, I'll take that too. Trust me.
You look like Daisy too.
Well, actually, I'm reading the article here now. Texas actually passed a law in 2017 allowing motor vehicles with automated driving systems to operate in the state without a human operator. So, yes, the state government did it.
Well, I figured it had to be the state.
And apparently because the road, which you've traveled quite a bit between here and Houston, right?
45.
45, correct.
I had to think it was either
Apparently
45
that-
or 35.
that
but
has the-
35 goes to Austin.
But that apparently has, because of the actual, shipping down in Houston, Galveston, the most freight traffic. So, let's try it there. That's the whole premise behind it. That just scares the hell out of me. And for anybody out there listening, I mean, stay off the roads when these start happening, because let me tell you something. There's been proven. I mean, Elon is not all that. He's proven that he can't get nobody in the driver's seats, and the cars are still having accidents. I mean, I'm all about having driverless cars if it works, or we're flying or something like those lines. But we ain't there. We're not ready for that. We are not ready for that.
And so what are these 18-wheelers going to be having in their cab?
Freight. I mean, goods, consumer goods and things of that sort. So, I mean, it's just scary. I mean, I just thought that, people, and I don't think enough people know that out there. I'm really curious to see if somebody actually happens to look up out of their car and all of a sudden they see a driverless cab driving back. It's like, who the hell is driving that truck? It's going to be kind of scary out there. But as you say, I don't drive much, so hopefully I can avoid that as much as possible. But there you go.
It's going to be interesting when it happens.
Yeah.
But they might have blow up people in there.
That might be
in
kind
their
of interesting.
seats.
Yeah, that might be a different type of conversation. Well, everybody, we want to thank you for having a time to spend with us here on our next podcast here, which was actually Buddies, Booze, Banter's Unfiltered Conversations. I am Rick.
And I'm Michael.
And we are saying good night. Thank you.